Paul, obviously not the result we were after, but it's difficult to be downhearted.
I think we'll have to be careful. I think we'll have to get the balance right of, yes, enjoy winning games, but round the corner you're going to lose games, and it's making sure we don't get too carried away with the wins and don't get too down with the defeat. So I've just preached that to them in there. It's important we do that. We're nice and balanced. We have our work. We continue to learn as a group, which we are. We're in the infancy of a new group, so we'll continue to learn. Bottom line is we're probably fortunate to go in at half time 0-0, so I'm not getting too carried away with the fact that we're 1-0 up, and we did weather the storm, and I did feel at that stage Hamilton maybe ran out of ideas a wee bit before the penalty. They were direct. I thought we coped with it because we took our line a wee bit higher and there wasn't the same threat in behind us. And then the penalty totally changes the game. You obviously lose gas, you're clutching quickly to try and shuffle the pack, and when they score the goal, it's obviously an uphill struggle after that. And then the knock-on effect is the set piece. You don't quite set up properly, you get a wee bit desperate and maybe organise better than we did with that, and then it's a real fight to go and try and get something. You just throw something daft together, a 3-3-3, throw Ben up front and hope you get a wee half a chance, which didn't happen. So plenty to take good and plenty to learn from the bad as well, which was there. So we'll do that and we'll continue to do that.
3 changes to the starting 11 from Tuesday. Talk us through that.
Just freshness again. We're again behind. We're missing the Arbroath game, so it's purely. I spoke to the boys on Thursday and Friday. It was purely to try and bring a freshness to the squad. And then we lose Brad Mackay to injury early this morning, so we miss him and we'll have to shuffle the pack with that as well. So a wee bit frustrating and a wee bit knocks your preparation a wee bit, but that was all it was, just to bring a freshness to try and keep getting boys minutes. I think I'm in a strong position, whereas every player we've got in the squad, I'm more than happy to start games, and there will come a time where we'll have to get a bit of continuity and make sure that we keep players playing that are doing well, but at the minute it's still early, so we need to make sure we're topping up minutes in certain ones as well.
Were you worried at all in the first 15 minutes? Because Hamilton, just having come down from the Premier League, obviously it was going to be a big test today against a good team, and I have to say, at least in my humble opinion, a couple of really big saves from Robbie Much in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, totally agree with you. I cannot disagree with that. I thought we started poorly, the pitch was too big and our distances weren't right as a team, and I said that to them at half time. We were fortunate to be in it 0-0, but we had to take that bit of fortune and take it into the second half and tweaked a couple of things in terms of the distances that I spoke about, and we were better for that. Without playing as I would have liked maybe as much, we were a wee bit more industrial than I would have liked, so maybe the early part overplaying and the latter part underplaying, so it's just again trying to find that balance as a group.
Is that then, I guess, from both an entire squad perspective, you're saying yourself as well, if nothing else, while it's not been the points we were after, it's been a valuable afternoon learned today? Yeah,
absolutely, and you do tend to learn more in defeat than you do in winning games, so in that adversity, like I say, we'll do all we can to look back at the video, see where we can improve, and that's going to be a regular occurrence throughout the season. It won't always be good, unfortunately, and it's how we deal with the poorer results and how we bounce back, and the sign of good teams is bouncing back quickly for defeats, and if we can do that Wednesday, then all the better.
And the 2 young lads on the bench today as well, in contention for the foreseeable.
Yeah, I mean, they're in amongst it. They have purely beefed up the squad. I mean, I said it the other night, both of them came on and done themselves no harm, but it's easier to come on in a game where it's 4-1 and you're enjoying it. It's a bit more tough when you're in the throes of a game that you're trying to hang on to.
How good is it to have Aidan Keena back from injury? Because there was a bit of worry amongst the fans that he'd either dislocated a shoulder or broke a collarbone, something like that, and there was talk of him being out for weeks and weeks, but actually back on the bench today.
Yeah, he did pop his shoulder, and it was the first thought process would have as he would have been out longer, but Rachel assured us before he had even picked up injuries that he was always a quick healer in the past, and it turns out the same. He's been positive throughout the spell he's been out. He's worked hard to get back, and it's probably a week or two ahead of schedule, which from our point of view is excellent.
And just finally, eyes now forward to the next game midweek. What's your thoughts on that one, Paul?
Yeah, again, it's going to be tough. You're now away from home and there's a different dynamic to the game. we'll do all we can to win it, because if we can win it, then who knows, 9 points may or may not be enough, but at least if we can win Wednesday, it sets us up for a one-game shootout and probably a cup final from our point of view to try and get to that 9 points mark, and hopefully that would be enough as a runner-up in the group if Hamilton were to go and win their next 2 games as well.
Here's hoping. Paul, as always, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Lewis. Thanks very much.